On today's menu, an easy and delicious recipe any noodle head can put together. A quick 15-minute noodles. Bring some water to boil for the noodles. Place the dried noodles into a baking dish or a bowl. In this episode, I'm using 100 grams dried knife pear noodles. Pour the hot water onto the noodles. Gently separate the noodles with chopsticks. Let the noodles soak for 5 to 6 minutes. Brush off the dirt on the mushrooms with a paper towel. Five cremini mushrooms, thinly sliced. Two pieces of garlic, finely chopped. Chop half a red onion into thick slices. Chop about 80 grams of broccolini into bite-sized pieces. Chop half a red bell pepper into bite-sized pieces. Three sticks of green onion, finely chopped. You can really make this recipe with any type of noodles, but for today's episode, I'm going to be using one of my absolute favorite noodles of all time. These are Taiwanese knife pear noodles, and they're kind of cut specifically to look really unique like this, almost like little dainty ribbons. It's really quite beautiful. You do have to be a little careful working with these and picking them up because they can break quite easily. But these type of noodles will give that really amazing, satisfying elasticity in that bite. And also because the noodles are quite flat, it will also pick up and retain all of that delicious sauce and flavor. These noodles should be pretty easy to find at an Asian supermarket. I'm not sponsored by that brand or anything like that. They're just noodles that I really enjoy. I always have them in my pantry, and I hope that you'll enjoy them just as much as well. That's why we keep on plugging our own products like the Ramen Cookbook, the Cook with Confidence Cookbook, the Young Man Cooking Merch, and of course our Sushi Masterclass. You can check out all those things in the link in the description box below. Now, let's make that delicious sauce, and we're ready to cook. 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, splash of toasted sesame oil. This is a bit of a quick version of a gochujang that I made in the previous episode, kind of like a Korean style pepper paste. You can also find this in the Asian supermarkets, or I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can make this quick version easily at home. Mix 1 tablespoon of gochujang into the sauce. Non-stick pan. Medium heat. This chili oil will give this an incredibly smoky, slightly spicy flavor. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to make this chili oil at home as well. 1 tablespoon chili oil. Saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Red bell peppers. Garlic. Saute for another 2 to 3 minutes. Mushrooms. Saute for 1 to 2 minutes. Noodles. Sauce. Saute for another 2 to 3 minutes. Green onions. Saute for another minute and it's done. Plate. Sprinkle with white sesame seeds. You can now enjoy this quick noodle dish with absolute confidence. Preheat the oven to 375. Place 1.5 cups of short grain rice into a small saucepan. Rinse and drain the rice 2 to 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. One and a half cups water. Medium-high heat. Bring the water to a boil. Give the rice a good stir, then cover and cook on medium-low for 15 minutes. This is not exactly traditional, but we're going to be using this versatile sheet pan to cook everything in. The whole premise of this recipe really is just to keep everything light, keep everything casual. It's kind of like a midnight snack type of dish. So if there's anything I can do to make your life easier, I definitely will do it. One red onion, sliced. Place the veggies onto different sections of the baking pan. Chop about 100 grams of broccolini into bite-sized pieces. The goal here really is just to keep everything pretty small so that it cooks pretty fast. Slice in half about 100 grams of cherry tomatoes. These are amazing, amazing oyster mushrooms. No need to chop these up, just need to tear them apart. Tear apart about 100 grams of oyster mushrooms. About 1 cup of canned chickpeas. You can use the aquafaba or chickpea water for other recipes like a thick chickpea mayo from a previous episode. Rinse and drain the chickpeas with some water. Season the veggies with a pinch of salt and fresh cracked pepper. Drizzle over some avocado oil. Toss the separate sections of veggies. Bake in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Turn the heat off and let the rice steam further for another 10 minutes. This is a Korean style pepper paste, also called gochujang. You can find this really easily at an Asian supermarket. It's a bit of a fermented kind of pepper paste. This one in particular is actually a sort of quick version that I made in the previous episode. It's Not exactly the same thing, but very similar. This is actually gluten-free also, but it will add that kind of sweet, tangy, salty, smoky, and a little spicy flavor. This will be the base of that sauce. 1 tablespoon gochujang, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, a splash of toasted sesame oil. Mix. Plate the rice generously and spread across the bowl. This is a delicious, tangy kimchi I made in the previous episode as well. I'll also leave another link in the description box below for you to check this out. About a 1/4 cup of kimchi. Assemble the bowl with the rest of the veggies. Be sure to try different ingredients for more flavors and textures, or use whatever you have on hand. Pour over the sauce. Green onions, white sesame seeds. You can now indulge in this delightful recipe with absolute confidence. 1 cup long grain rice. Rinse and drain the rice 2 to 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. Finally chop about 100 grams of broccolini. One onion, finely chopped. Four pieces of garlic, finely chopped. That's pretty much it for the prep. Super easy because this recipe is all about spices. Going to be using some amazing ingredients today. Some notable ones are this incredible saffron. This will impart kind of a beautiful golden color as well as add a little bit of a floral sort of earthy flavor. This stuff is the price of gold, so a little pinch goes a long way, but because when we cook together it's always a special occasion, we've got to add a generous pinch. Saute pan, medium heat. Lightly crush the cardamom pods and add to the pan. Cinnamon stick. 2 teaspoons sesame seeds. Toast for 2 to 3 minutes. Set aside. Man, we haven't even really started cooking and this already smells incredible. Pan back on medium heat. And of course, this won't be Young Man Cooking complete without the smoky, not too spicy, amazing chili oil. I'll leave a link in the description box below to show you how to make this in a previous episode. 2 tablespoons chili oil. Onions. Saute for 3 to 4 minutes. Garlic. Toasted spices. Saute for a couple of minutes. Broccolini. Saute for a couple of minutes. Half teaspoon cumin. Half teaspoon cayenne pepper. 1 teaspoon sweet paprika. Generous pinch of salt. Saute for another couple of minutes. Long grain rice. Saute for about a minute. One and a half cups of water. Generous pinch of saffron. Give the pan a good stir, then turn up the heat and bring to a boil. When the water begins to bubble, turn the heat to medium-low and cover and cook for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, turn the heat off and let the rice steam further for another 10 minutes. Remove the cinnamon stick. Finally, chop a couple of sticks of green onion and add to the pan. Gently fluff the rice while mixing in the green onion. Plate generously. You can now enjoy this hearty recipe with absolute confidence. I cannot wait to dig into this. Just at first glance, this looks like this beautiful golden rice dish that's literally just glowing. But upon the first bite, you have this explosion of different textures and flavors. The rice is perfectly fluffy and deliciously dainty. It absorbs all of that delicious flavor, the chili oil, the spices. You get this amazing smoky flavor from that chili oil. The onions and the garlic that we sauteed in the chili oil just melts into this. Then you get that cumin, the cardamom, the delicious cinnamon stick that imparts so much aromatic flavor, really lifts up this entire dish. The cayenne pepper really adds that little bit of heat, that little bit of kick. And of course, that amazing saffron imparts this unmistakable, beautiful, golden glow. You really taste the subtle hint of those toasted sesame seeds as well. And the broccolini just kind of substantiates this dish with a little bit of veg. The green onions that we folded into the rice adds this nice kind of freshness. That sweet paprika also adds into that amazing glow and that kind of fiery color. You can even see some of those luxurious saffron threads. It's absolutely incredible how recipes like this is so casual, so simple, so delicious, and of course you can make it all just in one pan. Like I always say, it's recipes like this that makes it so exciting to cook at home. And if you love easy and delicious recipes like me, then definitely check out the Ramen Cookbook, the Cook with Confidence Cookbook, the Young Man Cooking merch, as well as the Plant-Based Sushi Masterclass. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check all those things out. As always, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss a single episode.